Billy Eichner seeking heterosexual validation through this movie, to Koonye West trying to seek white validation by throwing black people under the bus with that White Lives Matter shirt he wore at his horrible ass fashion show that he did over in Paris. Or as I called it in the opening, Gay Paris. So after receiving some backlash from some folks over wearing a White Lives Matter t-shirt, Koonye West is justifying his actions by saying Black Lives Matter is nothing more than a scam. Now, Kanye is over at France, well, he was, getting involved in Paris Fashion Week. He made his runway debut in Balenciaga, where he was, first of all, sidebar, I did not know that Balenciaga did plus size, because what he was wearing, girl. And I remember that episode, that video he did of when Van Jones read him at TMZ. Didn't he say that he got liposuction because y'all made fun of Rod with his weight? He said he got lipo. Looked like he gained it all back because quiet as Kim looked like he got all of Kim's old weight transferred right to them hips of his and that stomach. I don't know who got bigger hips, him or Kris Jenner's man. Anyway, so you know, when he came down, when he had people, including Lauryn Hill's daughter, who defended that shit, by the way, Bob Marley rolling in his grave with that bullshit. That's a grandfather. So during his little fashion show, he had Candace Owens there. Jaden Smith, went on social media and was like, I can't. And basically was like, if it ain't right in my spirit, I can't be behind it. Van Lathan, who you know dragged him over at TMZ 4 years ago, when he said that shit about slavery being a choice, he dragged him again on his podcast. And there was a lot of other people that came out because he went in on one of the girls from Vogue, Gabrielle, from I think she took Andre Leon Talley's spot. I think that's what her position is. He tried to come for her, talk about her weight and stuff. Gigi Hadid dragged him for that. And Hailey Bieber, who he had the nerve to try to talk shit about Hailey Bieber. So now Justin Bieber came out. I know it's a lot. And pretty much was like cutting all ties with Kanye. So they're no longer friends. Then the creative director of Supreme dragged him for using Virgil Abloh's name for clout. Where he said, this time last year, you said Virgil's designs are a disgrace to the Black community in front of all your employees at Yeezy, Tremaine wrote on IG, claiming he has receipts to back up the claim. He went on to imply that Ye has more than made some distasteful comments about Virgil since his tragic passing, and that when he was going at him in group chats and interviews, he knew Virgil had terminal cancer the entire time. Saying, don't let me get into things you said about Virgil after his death. Ye, tell the people why you didn't even get invited to Virgil's actual funeral, the one before the public, one at the museum. You know Virgil had terminal cancer, and you wrote on him in group chats at Yeezy interviews. First of all, this man is disgusting. He's a vile human being. I just don't understand why people continue to fuck with him. And I heard, because we just showed the photo of the whole Adidas situation. Excuse me. Adidas is saying that they're evaluating their situation, like their relationship. They're they're stuck in a rock and a hard place because it's they're stuck in a business, stuck in a contract. It's like, what do we do? We got to buy him out? You might have to. First of all, don't Kanye look like he ain't washed his ass in like 2 weeks? He look dirty as fuck. Especially in that Tucker Carlson. I saw some clips on Twitter, and that was enough for me. But I was not giving the energy of I'm not even giving the satisfaction of that old fat neck bastard. And I'm talking about Tucker Carlson.
I think you're thinking anything. I think what you're doing right now is actually the absence of thought. And the reason why I feel like that, because Kanye, you're entitled to your opinion. You're entitled to believe whatever you want. But there is fact and real world, real life consequence behind everything that you just said. And while you are making music and being an artist and living the life that you've earned by being a genius, the rest of us in society have to deal with these threats to our lives. We have to deal with the marginalization that has come from the 400 years of slavery that you said for our people was a choice. Every day we have to walk into that truth while you choose to say things that, to be honest with you, dog, are nonsensical. You want to think freely? That's fine. I'll combat your free thought with my free thought because mine is grounded in a reality.
Oh, there's more. So you can definitely see that clip in full. I believe it's on my Instagram. So y'all definitely can watch over there because I was like, that will forever live 4 years ago, live rent free in my mind. So, 4 years he's been doing this shit. And y'all kind of just been looking the other way. He said slavery was a choice. I'm a free thinker. That's great that you get to feel that way. But I will say this to you, Mr. Koonye. The next time you want to bitch about Kim doing whatever she doing with you and them kids, and you want to try to pull in that narrative, I'm a black father and blah blah blah, nigga, bye. First of all, now all of a sudden you want to be seen as a black father when it's convenient, when you want to play the victim. I also saw there was a clip that he's something that he said on in the interview that he did with Tucker Carlson. It hurts his feelings when you consider him crazy. Fuck your feelings. Fuck you and your feelings, by the way. So we'll get to the rest of this stuff, but I want to play y'all. I believe it's this Boosie clip. Child, Boosie got me together. I have to say this. Boosie, I can't stand that bastard. There's a lot of stuff he said that just purely ignorant. But when this clip started circulating around with him on Drink Champs, I was like, I'm with him. When you right, you're right. But a broken clock can be right at the same time, right? And then I'm gonna get also to the Diddy thing because apparently he's mad at Diddy. He's mad at everybody. I'm glad people call him out. He wants everybody to just be, he's very Trump with his mindset. But he wants everybody to be very lockstep with him and just blindly agree with things that he does. I feel like if people stop giving this man their money and his money starts to deteriorate, is when he'll probably wake up. But like I said, I've been done with Kanye. I've been done with that coon. I've been done with Uncle Ruckus eons ago. But because I'm in media, I got to talk about it. So let's just play these clips and then come right back.
What did you want it to express when you do the White Lives Matter t-shirts?
At a certain point, it felt like I saw white people wearing shirts that said Black Lives Matter, like they were doing me such a favor by having a t-shirt that reminded me that my life mattered, like I didn't already know that. So I thought I'd return the favor and let white people know that, hey, your life matters too.
What's up? Check this out, y'all. I am not about to be addressing every last thing that's going on in the world on the internet. But the thing I do have to address is this White Lives Matter t-shirt. I've always been there and I will always support my brother Koonye as a free thinker. But the White Lives Matter t-shirt, I don't rock with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not with it. And with the press and what fashion is doing, thinking it's a joke. But right now, all America has planned for us is poverty, incarceration, and death. So before I could get to any other lives matter, which all lives matter, you know what I'm saying? That Black Lives Matter, don't play with it. If you don't wear the shirt, don't buy the shirt, don't play with the shirt. It's not a joke.
And I feel it. And Kanye straight with me.
Right.
But he pissed me off this morning. You know we done went through. I don't want to get on here and, you know, but you know what we done went through and what we still going through to this day. You know. Fuck, everybody know people matter, but that lives matter. When we promoting that, what we done been through, let us get our glory, man. Don't be no fucking pigeon stool. From which our people done suffered and still suffering to this day. Ain't nobody getting done like blacks getting done from 300-400 years to this day. And you a fucking conglomerate. Don't put no fucking white lives matter on. Fuck wrong with you? Color, dye your face.
Not
then,
my
nigga.
dog Boosie.
2. That's it. That's it. That's it. With your arms now. That's it. That's it. Move.
I do agree. Dye your face white, nigga. As he said, where's the white face picture that we were supposed to post up in here? Because you know, I call her Uncle Ruckus now, child. But anyway, so yeah, I've been done with him. I don't know what it's gonna take for the rest of y'all to denounce yourselves from this man. I'm like, those people who are just so deep in the sunken place with Koonye and all his antics. It's like, oh, he's a genius, a genius. A genius of what? I really want people to tell me, what is this man a genius of? Because nothing he's ever done, in my opinion, is genius-like. I know y'all not talking about the music, which he basically is like Diddy. They use samples on every fucking thing. His hit Through the Wire. Through the Fire, Shaka Khan, a sample. So where in a lot of the shit that he's done is his music genius-like? Yes, he's made a couple of hits, a lot of good, memorable songs. I don't listen to them because all his music is off my my Apple Music. I don't have none of Kanye's music as in my library. I don't stream nothing this man does. I don't put no money in this man's pocket. I ain't buying them ugly ass boots he be wearing. Probably stink. He look like he don't wash his, he wipe his ass properly after he takes a shit or showers. He probably one of them heterosexuals that don't wipe their ass because they think it's gay. And them ugly ass Crocs that pass for dinosaur shoes, them plastic shit that he charging y'all $800 for. Nothing this man makes is fashion. He wants to be Balenciaga. He wants to be Marc Jacobs. He don't have the range. You're not creative. All his shit looks the same. He puts y'all in a big, oversized, long sleeve shirt, writes White Lives Matter on it, and calls it fashion. Speaking of which, didn't white people come out with a shirt called White Lives Matter to combat with Black Lives Matter a couple of years ago? So you mad late with the delivery. So I don't get that. Thank you. Because this is the picture we need to be putting up in here from now on. So like I said, I'm done with Koonye. I'm glad a lot of people in the industry are speaking out against him. And there has to be a breaking point. Like there was a whole thing that they went in on. Like after Diddy said what he said, you know, Koonye went in and was like, he didn't understand why Diddy went against him when he just, you know, presented him with a Lifetime Achievement Award at the BET Award this past June. Saying, I didn't like our combo. I'm selling these teas. Nobody gets in between me and my money. Never call me with no BS like that ever again unless you ready to green light me. Because anybody who got on that tea is me. Out of respect for everything you meant to me, I'll be quiet as Virgil. I don't know what the fuck that means. Why are you bringing up Virgil Abloh again? But he is. But now I know how I've hurt people I love with threats. He also said something, come do something illegal with me now, please. And I'm so glad that I wrote what he wrote down because I'm trying to go with I knew they was going to do, because here's the thing. Instagram has limited and removed a lot of his posts because he was going to leave it up. But I heard that he moved because he said something that was deemed anti-Semitic. So his posts were removed. But thank God I wrote down word for word what he wrote because, like I said, Instagram took it down. So he also said, N-word, F you, you fed. And then that's when Diddy told him to send his address and stop playing these internet games. Because he probably gonna beat his ass. Or take him out like he did Biggie, allegedly. This ain't a game, Ye added. I'm gonna use you as an example to show the Jewish people that told you to call me that no one can threaten or influence me. I told you this was war. Now go and get you some business. Now, Puffy did try to reason with him by writing, I'm just trying to talk to you as a black man. I'm talking to you because this is hurting our people. Stop. And he says, anything you text, I will post. I love you, and you guys are breaking my heart. I accept your apology in advance. This man is a goddamn lunatic. He's literally saying, like, all of y'all are wrong, and I'm right. He can do no wrong in any of your eyes. So yeah, we got the screenshots and everything up here on the screen. But just to give y'all context, I wanted to read it. It just goes on and on and on. Thank God I get the stuff when I get it. Because yeah, at any time, like Instagram could just be like, you know what, I'm gonna just remove everything because this is hate speech. And it's like, you know what? I feel like overall, we need to realize in life that all skin folk ain't kin folk. And you can't help those that don't want to be saved. Koonye's in the sunken place. Koonye's almost been in the sunken place. Herschel Walker already in the sunken place. I was going to talk about her today, but I was like, you know what? It's too much to talk about dumb Negroes in the media. I can't go another, 10 minutes talking about another fool. Y'all want to know what the tea? You can go over to chrisavalon.com and read all about Christian Walker calling out his father. So you can defend all you want and say, feed people this bullshit about why you have them wear a White Lives Matter shirt. No one ever said that white lives don't matter. It's an obvious given white lives matter. In the previous post, when I talked about bros, white people automatically have something in this world called privilege. They can walk through the world without having to worry about being shot, being pulled over by cops. The whole thing that we saw about the Jeffrey Dahmer story, how Jeffrey Dahmer used his white male privilege to get away with the crimes he got away with for as long as he did. The injustices, the social political injustices, the way the judicial system is set up to enslave black people. Slavery may be over, technically, in the technical sense. You can't own no slaves. But the judicial system has found a way to keep black men enslaved by incarcerating them. I'm not going to sit up here and say, like, all black men are guilty, because they're not. There's some in jail that are innocent. And I have to give this to this. It's funny how, and I'm going to wrap this up. I'm tired of talking about this album. I find it very interesting how this man going around talking about slavery was a choice, and white lives matter, and here you got Kim trying to act like she's the Harriet Tubman of the judicial system, trying to free black people from jail, and even got a podcast, I believe it's called The System, where it basically highlights men who are wrongfully accused of crimes that they didn't commit or something or another. I don't know. I heard about the podcast. I'm not watching it. What I am curious about is if you got this podcast, where's the money going? Because you got enough money. You don't need no more. So is the proceeds the money, if you watch the podcast, is there going to be some sort of proceeds going somewhere? Is the money going to be given to people who like to help funnel, getting these people out of jail or whatever the case is, or when they get out of jail, maybe help them rehabilitated into, society, where you can help people who are put in jail get jobs and this, that, and the other. These are things we should be working on, like trying to really rehabilitate prisoners and get them the help that they need. You don't want to keep them locked up, because I know these companies is profiting from it. So we actually got one more Kanye clip. Let's go to that, and then we'll